It's time for NAIA basketball here inside the Moore Fitness Center in Columbia, South Carolina. We welcome you in to the CIU Sports Network as Columbia International plays host this evening to the Reinhardt Eagles. Kate Crenshaw with you all on this Wednesday night for Columbia International. They're looking to pick up their first conference win of the season. Meanwhile, Reinhardt looks to keep it rolling after a win at St. Andrews. Heathcock and Tyler Smith set to jump in the center circle. Tip rolled down by the Eagles and Derek Lampkin. Lampkin working left side, defended by Jalen Brinson. Now stands top of the key, dribbling right hand, knee high, driving low post. Up off the glass, rolling off the front of the rim. Rebound snagged by Oates. Oates bringing up the left side of the floor. Swings it back top of the key, Causey. Down to the hands of McKinney, left wing. He gives it to Brinson. And Brinson's cross-court pass is poked away by Press. Loose ball, Reinhardt has on the other end. From the low post, shot up and good, and one foul for Derek Lampkin. Quick transition defense was one of the keys. Talking with head coach Tony Stottman before tonight's game that he looked for his Ram squad to bring tonight. And early on, they're losing that battle. Lampkin at the line. The senior from Brunswick, Georgia, shooting 46% from the stripe this season. Keyshawn Street was set to check into the ball game, but he's now been pulled back to the bench by Reinhardt head coach Justin Newton. As we have a wet spot on the floor just beyond midcourt that's getting mopped up. 19:28 to play in the first half, just getting underway here in Columbia. Reinhardt on top of Columbia International 2-0. Lampkin at the line for one, trying to convert the three-point play. Fresh off a 13-point performance against St. Andrews. Free throws up and good. Now substitution on the floor, Street checking in for Jalen Wimberly. Full court pressure, showing by the Eagles. Brinson takes it out, gets it into Oates. Rams down 3-0. Oates working up the right side of the floor. Now crosses the timeline. Defended at the top of the key by Street. Works a McKinney screen. Oates double teamed. McKinney left open off the off screen. McKinney into the corner to Causey. Right corner swings it up now top of the key. Left side Heathcock. Wide open left corner was McKinney. Quickly there to defend him. Coming out was Collins. Jumper from 10 foot out. McKinney no good. Rebound brought down by Lampkin. 18:58 to play here in the first half. Reinhardt up by 3. Street working left wing, now kicks it left side to Press. Press defended there heavily by McKinney, and he just has to dump it off to Collins back near midcourt. They go just inside the arc to Tyler Smith, now back up top of the key at the straightaway is Lampkin. 8 to shoot, Lampkin works a screen, now defended by Heathcock. He's gotten to the block, dumps it inside, ball still loose, 3 to shoot, shot up and good. Whistles blow for a travel. Shot will be waved off from Tyler Smith. First turnover of the ball game for Reinhardt. 18.5 left in the first half. Rams down 3-0. Oates brings it across the midcourt logo. Gives it left wing to Causey. Causey goes to Heathcock in the corner. Now back out Brinson. They swing it around the arc. Now right side or the right corner is McKinney. He drives baseline, kicks it out to Brinson. But Brinson, who stood in the deep left corner, caught his back foot along the line, out of bounds. Turnover, it's Reinhardt basketball, 18-13 to play in the first half. Lampkin going to work full court on the man-to-man from Brinson. Lampkin dribbling left hand down the left side. Comes across the timeline, now up to the straightaway. Lampkin looking to drive right hand. Brinson stops him in the paint. He dumps off near side to Collins at the elbow. Collins at the right elbow, looking to drive, low post. Brings up a short jumper in the face of McKinney. Not sure that Smith intended for that shot to fall. Really was looking for the foul instead. But Reinhardt up 5-0, 17:40 to play in the first half. Brinson kicks it left side, Causey. The Rams still looking for their first points nearly 3 minutes into this contest. Brinson tried going inside to Heathcock. Ball was popped loose and out of bounds by Josh Press on the interior. The Rams, a team that plays 4 guards out. Heathcock, the lone post player inside. He was quickly swarmed by 3 defenders. Now on the inbounds, Brinson takes it, top of the key, defended by Lampkin. They kick it left corner to Causey. He now brings it back up top. Causey picking up his dribble, dumps off to Oates. They've got 5 to shoot. Brent's in the right corner. Step back, pull up jumper from the right elbow. Too strong off the glass. Bringing it down is Press. In transition goes Smith. Pass gets away from him. Out of bounds. It will be a turnover and be Rams basketball. 17-14 to play in our first half. Rams still looking for that first bucket. 0 for 3 from the field. McKinney top of the key, dumps at Causey. Left wing looked at the 3, pump fake, now dribbles back up the straightaway. They try going over the top to Heathcock. He works himself out of the paint and is able to catch the pass. Now chest pass top of the key. McKinney straightaway 3, well off the mark, left of the rim. Heathcock yelling offensive board, put back no good, but he grabs his own board yet again. And this time he gets the putback to fall. Rams put their first points in the books. It's 5-2 Reinhardt, 16:40 to play in the first half. Lampkin cross midcourt. Gives way to Smith. Smith looking to drive right side. On Heathcock, layup. An air ball over the rim. Oates the on offensive rebound. It's 5-on-3, Columbia International. They go up to Heathcock in the circle. And as he went up for the shot, it's whistled a jump ball. In my opinion, no one ever had full control of the basketball. While two hands might have touched it, I didn't think he was either at the same time. Heathcock initially had it knocked away, but I thought he had got the shot off by then, corralled his own possession. But instead, it's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointed the way of Columbia International. Substitution onto the floor for Reinhardt, their leading rebounder, and Tafari Thomas as Lampkin will step aside. 22 on the shot clock, 16:20 on the game clock. Rams down 5-2. They go over the top to Heathcock on the inbounds. The reversal from the right side is good off the window. Rams trail it by a point. On the other end, though, quickly, Keyshawn Street, top of the key, kicks it left side to Marcus Kirkland, who's fresh off the bench. Smith, top of the key, now into the hands of Wimberly, who's returned to the floor. Wimberly, double team to the low post, nearly double dribble. Kicks it out, top of the key, step in jumper from Collins will fall. Under 16 left in this first half. Rams down 7-4. Next dead ball will have a media timeout. Brinson coming across the timeline, gives way to McKinney right side. Now top of the key is Causey. Looking to work a Heathcock screen, indeed he does. Causey drove the double team, somebody's open, he finds McKinney right wing. McKinney, pull up runner, just outside the paint, no good, too strong, brought down by Kirkland. In transition, Reinhardt looking to extend their 3-point lead. Top of the key, Wimberly, straightaway 3, off the back iron. Heathcock will corral the board. On the other end, Thomas Woods, freshly onto the floor, trying to back down straight into the low post, turnaround jumper, rattling out. Kirkland will snag the board. 7-4, Reinhardt on top, 15 to play in our first half. Collins goes over the top, inside, into the hands of Kirkland. He looks at the jumper, pump faked Heathcock. Ball's loose in the air, high off the glass. Kirkland's going to be fouled and head to the line for 2. So we see Columbia International's DeAnthony Heathcock pick up his first personal foul of the ball game. Second team foul for the Rams. He and Causey each have one each. First shot from the line for Marcus Kirkland. Off the right side of the rim, the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania native. Shooting 50% from the line early on in the season. Now, coming into tonight was 3 of 6. Now 3 of 7 on the season. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Another substitution on the floor. Buzzer blew. Buzzer blew and Kirkland got up the free throw. As substitutions came to the scorer's table, we see Jalen Jeter step in there for Columbia International and McKinney heading to the bench. But Reinhardt head coach Justin Newton a little confused there on the substitutions. And now he sends Jamison Syfor to the table. And Syfor will check into the ball game with Jalen Wimberly stepping aside. 14:55 left in our first half. Rams down 8-4. Inbounds to Jalen Jeter. He'll bring it up the floor. The freshman point guard from right here in Columbia. Defended by Thomas. He crosses the center court logo. Kicking it left side to Brinson. Brinson looking at drive. Left hand. He's stopped at the low post by a double team. Woods left open. Left wing 3. Well off the mark. Not even close. Rebound brought down by Syfor. On the other end, Street Kicks into the right corner. Pull up corner three from Press. Rattling out. Woods will snag the board. 14.5 to play. Rams working their way up the floor, trailing by 4 points. Jeter, crossover dribble, nearly lost at the top of the key. Kicks Brinson right wing. Brinson picked up a dribble, wanting to go left side, but getting cut off was Christian Howard. They now go into the left corner to Brinson. Left wing three, Thomas Woods. In there. Thomas Woods, the first three-pointer of the night for CIU. They've drawn within a point of Reinhardt. It's 8-7 Eagles. Syfor at the point. Kicks it right wing into the hands of Kirkland. Pulls up for a long three-pointer. And he'll sink the shot from downtown to respond on the other end. Reinhardt's lead back to 4. Jeter up the right side of the floor. Works a screen from Howard. They now go on the pick and roll. Howard fouled on the interior. He'll head to the line for 2. As Thomas going to be whistled for his first personal here tonight. 13:40 to play in the first half. Reinhardt on top at 11-7. Christian Howard at the line. The freshman from Medina, Ohio. 6 of 10 from the line this season. First one here tonight. It's off the front rim. 13:40 to play in our first half. Substitutions coming onto the floor. Darian Oates back out there for CIU. Meanwhile, Street steps aside with Lampkin returning to the floor. Howard at the line for his second free throw. Rams down by 4. Shot once again left short. Press will bring down the rebound. Lampkin freshly off the bench, working quickly in transition, trying to cross over Jeter on the perimeter. He drives inside, will draw the foul from Jeter and head to the line for 2. Jalen Jeter's first personal here tonight. The Rams' third team foul here in the first half. Lampkin at the line for the second time tonight. Went 1 for 2 on his first trip. A senior from Brunswick, Georgia. First shot up and good. Reinhardt, fresh off of a 80-78 loss against Bluefield just this past Saturday. Now 2-3 on the regular season, 2-1 in conference play. Lampkin's second free throw is too strong. He goes 1 for 2 on that trip. It's 12-7 Reinhardt. Oates bringing at the point. Kicks it right side. Thomas Woods looking to drive himself, and it's deflected inside the paint by Lampkin. Lampkin in transition on the other end, coast to coast. Derek Lampkin off the glass. 14-7, Reinhardt leads over Columbia International. Talking to head coach Tony Stockman before tonight's game, he says that transition defensive speed will be key, and early on the Rams are losing that battle. Oates looking to drive with the right hand. His layup was off the mark, but Howard's there for the offensive board and putback. Christian Howard notches his first points of the night. It's a 5-point game here inside the Moore Fitness Center. 12:43 to play first half. Lampkin works off a screen defended by Jeter. They kick it back out left side. Kirkland looking to drive left hand on Howard. Too strong, but flying in for the offensive putback is Tafari Thomas. A senior from Odom, Georgia. Puts it down, and it's 16-9 Reinhardt. Oates across the timeline. 12:20 to play. Oates looking to drive left hand. Once again, layup too strong. Thomas looked to snag the board. Howard got a hand in there. It's a jump ball headed Reinhardt's way. 3 fresh Eagles coming on the floor. You've got Tyler Smith, Christian Collins, and Jalen Wimberly all returning to the floor. Each of those started tonight's ball game. Meanwhile, for CIU, Skylar McKinney checking back in for Thomas Woods. Inbounds to Lampkin was poked away. Last touch by Reinhardt. Nice offensive stand by Jalen Jeter on the one-on-one inbounds play. It'll be Rams basketball on their own baseline. 12:13 to play in the first half. 16-9, Reinhardt on top. McKinney, the trigger. Looking to go over the top. They do to Howard. Inside the circle. Lays it up with the right hand. Christian Howard, the freshman, now with 4 points. He leads the Rams. 12:05 left first half. It's a 5-point deficit. Picking up his dribble was Collins, defended by McKinney. He barely gets it off. Pull-up three-point shot too strong. Howard climbs the ladder high in the air for the rebound. Darian Oates fresh off the bench. Transition pass poked away and stolen by Smith. Now on the other end, the pass is stolen by the Rams. Little miscommunication play from the Eagles. Oates across the timeline, looking to drive left hand, kicks it out to Howard. Could have had a long jumper, instead gives it to the corner, McKinney. Passed a little high, had to jump for it. Kicks it top of the key, Devin Pope now swings it left side to Jeter. They try going inside to Howard, ball's loose, Jeter kept it back. Now driving left hand, too strong, ball still on the ground. No one's got the rebound. Jeter is going to come away with it and draw the foul on Lampkin. What a hustle possession for Columbia International there. You saw multiple extra efforts on the court by the Rams, who are donning their brand new jerseys this evening. Deciding to wear the road blues tonight. Gold numerals on the back with a ram on the center chest. Left side in the corner is McKinney. Rams have 13 to shoot. McKinney crossover dribble, drive left hand, reversal. Off the back iron, Tafari Thomas will bring it down. Coming up on 11 minutes left, Rams down by 5. Thomas at the straightaway, looking to kick it left side. Miscommunication between Street and Collins, who both went for the pass. It's out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. Under 12 media timeout. 11:03 to play here in the first half. Rams down by 5 points at 16-11 Reinhardt. When we come back on the CIU Sports Network. Back in Columbia, 11:03 to play in our first half. Reinhardt on top of Columbia International, 16-11, but CIU defensively has taken a stand here as of late, forcing 3 turnovers over the last minute and a half from Reinhardt. It'll be Rams basketball coming out of the media timeout. Oates inbounds in the backcourt. Jeter will bring it up the floor. Jeter working to bring up left side, now crosses back over right side. He takes to the right wing. Jeter looking to drive right hand, lays the runner up and off the glass. The freshman from Columbia cuts the deficit down to 3. That's the shortest it's been since the second bucket of the night when Reinhardt went up 4-0. 10:43 to play in the first half. Right side is Wimberly. Look for the right wing 3. Now kicks it into the hands of Smith. Top of the key, they go Collins. Looking to drive. He's whistled for the travel. And now that's 4 turnovers in less than 2 minutes for Reinhardt. Columbia International is overcoming the early offensive start from Reinhardt, who's shooting 50% from the field, by forcing turnovers on the defensive end. 10.5 left in the first half. Rams down 16-13. Jeter across the timeline. Dribbles right side, stop at the right wing, kicks it back, top of the key, McKinney. McKinney, waist-high dribble, poked away from him, put up a shot. It's no good. Whistles blow for a foul on the floor on Jalen Wimberly. His first, Reinhardt's third team foul in the first half. 10:24 to play in the first half. 16-13 Reinhardt. McKinney the inbounds. They look to go to Heathcock. Now they go over the top to Oates. Oates right wing, swings it around. Pope into his hands along the left side. Straight away, McKinney. 3-point range. Bang, he got it. Skylar McKinney, the straightaway, ties this game up at 16 with his first bucket of the night, coming up on the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Wimberly slowing things down a big way for Reinhardt. Kicks it right side to Street. They had Thomas on the cut, don't go to him. Instead, they swing it left side, back in the hands of Wimberly. Top of the key, Thomas, straightaway 3. Can't respond, too strong off the back iron. Heathcock will snag the board. Oates working up the floor for CIU. Crossover dribble, top of the key, kicks into the left corner. Jalen Jeter from 3. Bang! Jalen Jeter from downtown gives Columbia International their first lead of the night, 19-16. On the other end, Wimberly looking to drive left hand, blocked at the rim from Darian Oates. Loose ball. Tafari Thomas comes away with it. He's trapped in the corner by 3 Rams. Now the ball's loose. McKinney's got the steal. Rams have a chance to extend their lead. The Moore Fitness Center is coming alive. Columbia International on a 10-0 run against Reinhardt. Transition foul on Wimberly. He went for the reach on Oates along the left side. 19-16 to play here in the first half. Columbia International leads Reinhardt 19-16. Few substitutions as Devin Pope steps aside for CIU. Jalen Brinson back on the floor. Meanwhile as well, you've got Josh Press returning to action for Jalen Wimberly and Reinhardt. Jeter to the inbounds just in front of the Reinhardt bench. He gets into Brinson, dribbles left hand, now gives it to Oates along the left wing. Oates looking to drive, pump fake in the paint, up off the glass, doesn't get the lucky roll. Press will corral the board. Gives way to Lampkin, working up the floor on Brinson. Lampkin leads all scorers with 6. He stands top of the key. Under 9 to go here in the first half. Rams on top by 3. Lampkin brings it back out to the front court along the right side. Looking to work a screen. He's got a wide open lane on Heathcock. Transition bucket. Contested bucket. Won't go. Offensive board brought down by Smith. And it's poked away and blocked by Heathcock. Oates on the other end. Kicks it up the floor. Jeter gives it to Brinson. Back to Jeter from 3. Rattling out. Heathcock the putback, no good. McKinney, the offensive board. He's fouled on his shot attempt. He'll head to the line for 2. 8:27 left in our first half. Rams leading 19-16. Holding Reinhardt scoreless for the last 4 minutes on a 10-0 run. Columbia International starting to pick things up here in the latter minutes of the first half. McKinney at the line for 2. A 70% shooter this season. First shot up and good. Causey back to action as Jeter steps aside. Meanwhile, across the way, Kirkland back on the floor for Reinhardt. You've got Tyler Smith checking out. McKinney at the stripe. Rams on top by 4, trying to make it 5. McKinney, second free throw, just as good as the first. He's 2 for 2 at the line. Rams 21-16 on top of Reinhardt. Lampkin works up left side, defended by McKinney. 8:20 to play in the first half. Lampkin kicks it right side to Press. He pump fakes Causey, now gives him the corner. Keyshawn Street from 3. Left it short. McKinney will snag the board. Transition bucket opportunity. Brinson looking to drive, kicks in the corner to Causey. Brings it back up left wing. Heathcock, he gives on a handoff play to Brinson. Driving down the baseline, Brinson's pass will sail into the bleachers and hit an unexpected spectator right in the shoulder. She appears to be okay. I think she was a little caught off guard scrolling through the Instagram feed. Under 8 to play here in the first half. Rams on top, 21-16. Lampkin at the top of the key for Reinhardt. Gives it right side 3 from Josh Press. Too strong. McKinney went for the board. It went through his hands. And Christian Collins was there for the offensive putback. 21-18. Columbia International on top by 3, but that's the first Reinhardt bucket in nearly 4.5 minutes. Brinson, top of the key, gets a screen from Heathcock. Now dribbles into the left corner, crossover dribble right hand, kicks it in the corner. Oates looking to drive right baseline. Shot up and good. He hit a body, no whistles are blown. And the Rams will get the bucket, and they now lead it by 5. 7:18 to play. Lampkin just outside the right elbow, gives inside to Kirkland. Kirkland defended by Heathcock, brings it back out to the right wing. They kick it at the top of the key into the hands of Collins, who is looking to drive, and it's poked away, last touched by the Eagles. Nice defensive stand by Skylar McKinney, not only to get the steal, but to bounce it off the knee of Collins. He'll have to step aside for Justin Newton's squad, and it's Jamison Syfor back onto the floor. 7:07 to play in the first half. Rams up 23-18. Brinson over the top to Oates on the inbound. Now across the timeline. Oates back up at the straightaway. Top of the key stands Brinson just in front of the center court logo. Jalen gives right side to Bryce Carlson. Now to the hands of McKinney. At the top of the key, McKinney dribbles left hand, pull up jumper from the free throw line, no good. Heathcock there for the putback. DeAnthony Heathcock now with 6 points to lead the Rams and extend the CIU lead back to 7 with under 7 to play in the first half. Lampkin looking to drive. He stopped at the left elbow. Turnaround, throws up a shot. Does not get the lucky bounce. He'll head to the line for 2. Whistle for the foul was Skylar McKinney. That's going to pick up his first personal here tonight. If you're just now joining us, this game did not start out the Rams' way. Reinhardt started out this ball game shooting 50% from the line. And we're up at one point by nearly double digits. But the last 6 minutes or so, Columbia International has strung together what is now a 16-3 run as Lampkin sinks his first free throw. 6:28 to play. Columbia International on top 25-19. Lampkin, second shot up and good, just as the first. Substitution in the ball game, Malachi Gale stepping on the floor as Kirkland will check out. Gale, a junior from Harlem, New York, Standing at 6'10" on the perimeter, he's going to cause problems, potentially defensively, for DeAnthony Heathcock. 6:20 to play in the first half. Rams on top by 5. Oates across the timeline, center court logo. Kicks it left wing to Causey. They go inside. Brinson now over the top. Heathcock going for the slam. Instead laid it up. His shot was left short, and the putback gets stuck in the rim. Gale, the 6'10" post player for the Eagles, will go up to knock the ball loose, but we actually had a foul in that last play. I believe that whistles were blown because the ball got stuck in between the rim and the backboard, but it's Gale was for his first personal, and Heathcock at the line. Heathcock leads the Rams with 80% from the line this season. First shot will rattle in off the front iron. The sophomore from Cartersville, Georgia, now with 7 points here tonight, already 9 rebounds for the big man. Looking for his 8th point of the evening. Heathcock shot too strong off the glass as Press will bring it down on the free throw. 6:05 left in our first half. Rams lead at 26-20. Right side is Street, brings it back top of the key, dribbling the left hand. He's driving on Causey. Shot left too high off the window. Heathcock will bring down his 10th rebound of the ball game. Causey in transition, kicks it to Thomas Woods. They go back to cutting Causey in the paint to Heathcock. Shot up, slam down, and the foul. DeAnthony Heathcock with a monster big man move, battling through fouls for the rim rocker. 5.5 to play here in the first half. CIU on top, 28-20. Heathcock with this free throw, if he's able to sink it, will notch his second double-double of the season. Keep in mind, we've only been playing basketball here for about 15 minutes of game time. Tafari Thomas back on the floor for Reinhardt. Meanwhile, Christian Howard is in at the scores table for Heathcock following this free throw. 5:46 to play. Heathcock looking to complete the three-point play, and indeed he does. The big man from Cartersville, Georgia, has his second double-double of the season with 10 and 10. He gets a well-deserved rest on the bench. The freshman Howard back on the floor. Rams on top by 9. Reinhardt looking to snap into some type of an offensive rhythm as they've grown cold, sinking just one of their last 9 shots. Top of the key press, kicks it left side into the hands of Lampkin. They give it back to Syfor, pull up 3 from just along the left wing. Too strong off the back iron. Jeter in transition, initially dribbled off his foot, but Brinson was able to recover. Now left wing 3 from Thomas Woods. A little bit too much under it. Lampkin will snag the board. Syfor along the left side, goes to the charity stripe to Thomas, and as he was headed to the bucket, he's going to be whistled for a travel. Timeout on the floor from Reinhardt head coach Justin Newton. 5:12 to play in our first half. Rams on top 29-20 on Reinhardt. We'll be back in moments from Columbia on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center. 5:12 to play in the first half. Columbia International on top of the Reinhardt Eagles 29-20. As of late, it's been the defensicality of CIU, forcing Reinhardt to miss 9 of their last 10 shots. The Eagles haven't sank a field goal in the last 2.5 minutes. It's Rams basketball out of the Reinhardt timeout. Brinson brings it across the timeline, now gives it left side, top of the key comes Jeter. He works the screen to the right side, pull up long jumper, in there for 2. Jalen Jeter with the bucket now with 7 points. Rams lead it by 11. Now on the other end, you've got Smith in the paint. He's trapped there by Howard, throws up a turnaround shot. It will fall. Reinhardt's able to respond. 4:40 to play in our first half. Columbia International leads at 31-22. Jeter into the left corner, Causey, pump fake, sent his defender into the stands, but he can't get the jumper to go. In transition, Bryce Causey going to be whistled for the foul. Bryce picking up his second personal here tonight. The Rams' 5th team foul in the first half. Woods checking out. Skylar McKinney back on the floor for CIU. 4.5 to play in the first half. It's Brinson, Causey, Howard, Jeter, and now McKinney out there for Columbia International. Meanwhile, Lampkin brings it across the center court logo. The senior point guard. Stop to the left elbow for Reinhardt. Now tries to find a cutting Collins. He'll get the reversal to fall. 4:13 to play. Reinhardt starting to find some type of a rhythm. They've cut the deficit down to 7. Coming up on 4 minutes left before halftime. Jeter, top of the key, kicks it right wing to McKinney. Gives it back, Brinson at the straightaway, now swinging it left side into the corner to Causey. Causey takes one dribble, now picks it up. Gives top of the key to Jeter. As he was looking to drive, he had it poked away initially. Went up for a shot and was fouled inside the paint. We'll have to see if it puts him at the line or if it's on the floor. It won't matter. That's the 8th team foul for Reinhardt. That'll bring up a 1-and-1 opportunity for Jeter. Just a 33% shooter this season, 1 for 3 at the line. First shot here tonight. It's up and good. Jalen Jeter leading the Rams with 8 points. That's also tied for a game high. 3:50 to play in our first half. Columbia International now leading 32-24. Jeter looking to extend the lead to 9. Takes one dribble, spins the ball in his hand, sinks the free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip for Jalen Jeter. 9-point lead. Lampkin at the top of the key, nearly has it poked away by Brinson. They kick it to the corner to Thomas, back to Lampkin looking to drive. Swings it down the baseline on the opposite end. Wimberly with the right hand will get it to drop in. 3.5 to play here in the first half. 33-26 Rams. Brinson top of the key. Kicks it left side. Jeter from downtown. Count it! Cash money from Jalen Jeter. It's 35-26 CIU. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the first half. Lampkin driving right hand. Shot will be waved off as Jalen Brinson is going to be charged for the block. Excuse me. The shot will count. It's an and-one opportunity for Lampkin. Initially, the referee shook his head no, but I believe he was instead telling CIU, no, that's not a charge. I'm calling that a block. 3:14 to play here in the first half. Lampkin at the line, looking for his 11th point of the ball game. It's up and good to complete the and one. Lampkin leads all scorers. Make that leads Reinhardt with 11 as Jeter has 12 for CIU. Tafari Thomas stepping aside with Keyshawn Street back on the floor. Timeout, CIU, it's 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 3:14 to play in our first half. Columbia International on top 36-29. And so far, proactively for CIU, they've battled their way back into this game. However, Reinhardt, who started out red hot, then fell cold, has started to figure out things once again. The Eagles sinking each of their last 4 shots. These two teams, though competitive here tonight, have gone hand in hand with one another. Reinhardt sinking 44% from the field. Meanwhile, Columbia International, 41%. The early difference maker, Reinhardt, just 1 for 8 from three-point range. Meanwhile, Columbia International, a much better 4 of 8 from downtown. Meanwhile, leading the way for CIU is Jalen Jeter with 12. Meanwhile, DeAnthony Heathcock has got the double-double tonight here in the first half with 10 and 10. On the other end, the Rams have to find a way to stop Derek Lampkin. Not only is he 3 of 5 from the field, but 3 and 1 plays to put him 5 of 6 from the line for him to lead Reinhardt with 11 points. Coming out of the Rams timeout, 3:12 to play in our first half. It's a 7-point lead for CIU. Brinson across the timeline, works it right side, defended by Lampkin. He'll now get a screen from Heathcock. Brinson kicks it in the corner. Jeter from 3, rattling out. Heathcock climbs the ladder for the offensive board. It's a jump ball. Also in the mix was Collins, I believe. His body's on the floor, and actually it's indeed Lampkin instead. Possession arrow points the way of CIU, so the Rams will retain possession as Causey checks out. Devin Pope back onto the floor for the Rams. 2:58 left in our first half. Skylar McKinney to trigger underneath the Rams' own basket. 36-29, CIU on top. I believe we might have a wet spot just inside the circle. Referees are going to say it's all right. They're going to play basketball. Lots of squeaking shoes inside the paint. McKinney, the throw in. Gets in the Jeter along the right wing. He gives way to Brinson nearly in the same spot on a handoff play. 15 to shoot for Columbia International. Pope swings it left side into the hands of Jeter. Working a Heathcock screen. They've got a mismatch on the interior. As Jeter went inside a Heathcock, Wimberly jumped in front of the pass and intercepted it. In transition, his pass to Collins gets away from him deep into the corner, just a little bit too far in front of Collins. Turnover for Reinhardt. Now their 10th of the ball game. 36-29 CIU. 2:40 to play before halftime. Brinson will work it up the floor. Comes across the center court logo in the timeline. Brinson works left side, now goes down to McKinney. McKinney on the low post, cross-court pass into the right corner for Pope for three. Too strong. Jeter the offensive board, tosses back in, intercepted by Smith. Reinhardt will head the other way. Down by 7 points, the Eagles looking to cut down the Rams. Turnaround jumper inside the paint will fall for Lampkin. A guy who averaged just 10 points a game through the first 5 contests of the year now has 13 here tonight. His second consecutive 13-point ball game after he dropped 13 on Bluefield last Thursday. Pull-up jumper from Brinson from the left elbow will fall. The Rams respond on the other end. Lead back to 7 for CIU, a minute 49 to play in the first half. Lampkin across midcourt. Kicks it right side to Wimberly. Man-to-man defense for CIU. Now left side, Collins, handoff play, back into the hands of Lampkin. From the left elbow, gives it back top of the key to Smith. Pull-up shot with 9 to shoot. Too strong off the front iron. A loose rebound, brought down offensively by Collins, and his putback will fall. Reinhardt now making each of their last 5 shots. They've cut the Rams' lead down to 5 with a minute 15 to go before halftime. Brinson, top of the key, defended by Lampkin. Works a Heathcock screen. Now stopped on the right side. Brinson will drive left hand, draw the foul, shot rattling out. Jalen Brinson's going to head to the line for 2. Tyler Smith, the guilty party, picking up his first personal foul. The 9th team foul for Reinhardt. Brinson at the line for 2. A 40% shooter this season is Jalen, just 4 of 10. His first trip tonight. First shot up and good. The junior from Orlando, Florida, fresh off of a 12-point performance in the loss to Bryan on Saturday. Second free throw from Brinson, just as good as the first. He's 2 for 2 on that trip. It's 40-33 CIU. Back on the floor is Marcus Kirkland for Reinhardt. Lampkin working off a screen, looks to drive right hand on McKinney. The runner rattling out, loose rebound, snagged by Brinson. Under a minute to play here in Columbia. Rams on top by 7 before halftime. Kicks it, left wing, wide open, 3. Skylar McKinney from downtown with 40 seconds left. You can't leave a hot shooter like that wide open or else McKinney will make you pay. Now a foul on the inbounds. They're going to say Jalen Brinson pushed Lampkin down. I believe Lampkin might have a career in Hollywood. He faked that one out pretty good, actually smiling to his own bench as he walks to the other end of the floor for a 1-on-1 opportunity, with that being the 7th team foul here in the first half for CIU. Lampkin at the line for the 4th time tonight here in the first half. First shot up and good. Derek Lampkin leading all scorers with 14 points. We have 34 seconds left here in the first half. Lampkin's second free throw rattling out as Pope went for the board, so did McKinney. But as Heathcock looked to come down with it, poking it away was actually Lampkin who shot the free throw, but he'll pull it out of bounds. It'll be Rams basketball. 43-34, CIU on top as Wimberly and Lampkin will step aside. It's Press and Thomas back on the floor. 30 seconds left here in the first half. Shot clock has been turned off for CIU. They can hold it for the last shot if they would like. One last substitution, Jamison Syfor checking in for Keyshawn Street and Reinhardt. Brinson working up the floor, as I mentioned, 25 seconds left before halftime. Rams on top by 9, Brinson right side. Looking to cross over Syfor, he's got 18 to play. Brinson will hold for the last shot. Now Syfor applying a lot more defensive pressure, still no 5-second clock. Brinson working left side, 10 to shoot, gives way to Skylar McKinney. On the right wing, nearly lost a dribble. Gives back to Jalen, 5 seconds to shoot. Brinson has his dribble poked away, it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reinhardt. Clock stops at 2 seconds. Not the result Reinhardt wanted there, or excuse me, not the result that CIU wanted on that possession. Brinson will have the inbound along the far sideline. 2 seconds to shoot for CIU. That's all that's left here in the first half. Jeter the inbounds as he went up for the shot. It's poked loose, and that'll be the end of the first half. Rams on top, 43-34 on Reinhardt, but the Eagles, who struggled offensively through the middle half of that early period, started to figure out late. Reinhardt sinking 6 of their last 8 shots to draw within 9 of CIU. Here at halftime, Rams on top, 43-34 on Reinhardt. We'll take a brief break and come back with you in moments. So we'll sit down with Rams head coach Tony Stockman and hear his thoughts on the first half here tonight with his team up by 9. We return here in Columbia to the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center, Rams on top, 43-34 here at halftime against Reinhardt. Cade Crenshaw now joined by Rams head coach Tony Stockman. Coach, there in the first half, you talked to me pregame, said you need to improve your transition defensive speed. You forced 10 turnovers there in the first half. Did you see an improvement there?
Yeah, I thought our transition defense was really good. We didn't give up much in transition at all. And then the biggest thing was the rebound. I talked to you about that as well. I thought we met their physicality. We've been boxing out, going to get it, being physical there, doing well on that part. I mean, we got 11 offensive rebounds. That's showing our effort and getting to, putting pressure on them and stuff. So it's been good.
For the boards, DeAnthony Heathcock with 12 in the first half. How can he continue that huge success across the final 20?
Yeah, I mean, it's, he got 7 offensive, which is kind of crazy. But, I mean, I think the way we're moving the ball and getting shots and then his man's getting out of the place and he's going to get it. That's what we talk about all the time. Go get the rebound, and he's doing a great job of that.
Jalen Jeter leading your group off the bench, 12 points and 12 minutes for the young freshman.
Yeah, I mean, he's electric, man. You get him the ball, and he's making some shots. He's so quick. Love his confidence, man. I hope he keeps going.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to Coach Coney Stoutman. That takes us into halftime. We'll be back with you here momentarily with the Rams on top of Reinhardt, 43-34 here in Columbia. Back with you in moments when we return to the CIU Sports Network. We're back for second half action here inside the Moore Fitness Center. Columbia International on top of Reinhardt coming out of halftime 43-34, as leading the way for CIU in the first half was the freshman Jalen Jeter. 12 points in 12 minutes off the bench, but you cannot put aside DeAnthony Heathcock's career night. 10 points in the first half, not to mention 12 rebounds, 7 coming on the offensive glass for his second double-double of the night. It's Brinson, Causey, Oates, McKinney, and Heathcock on the floor for CIU as we get the second half underway. Inbounds goes to Lampkin. He drives in, throws up a shot, will draw the foul from Oates. And Derek Lampkin onto the floor as Oates going to pick up what is now his first personal foul. Lampkin leads all scorers with 14, including 6 of 8 at the line. First shot here in the second half is up and good. Derek Lampkin, a senior out of Brunswick, Georgia. Second shot too strong. Loose rebound. Brinson pokes away and will snag the board. Jalen Brinson will bring it across the timeline. Columbia International on top, 45, make that 43-35. Swings to the top of the key, now left side of the hands of Oates. It's a screen from Heathcock. They try going inside, instead go back left wing to McKinney. Now it goes to the low post to Heathcock. Backing down as defender. Turnaround left hand, not there. Board snagged by Lampkin. On the other end, Lampkin in transition. It's 4-on-4 basketball. Kicks it out. Wimberly from 3. Left it short. Rebound poked high in the air. Lampkin trying to grab the board. It's still loose. Brinson will bring it down. Brinson transition, 3-on-2. His pass to Heathcock was initially poked away. Causey corralled it in the corner. Now they take it back to the top of the key. Brinson the straightaway. 19 minutes to play here in the ball game. Into the left corner. Oates driving baseline. Goes up with a reversal with the right hand and gets it to fall. Rams back up by 10. Under 19 to go. Lampkin down the left side of the floor. Works a screen through Collins. Lampkin stops short of the paint, kicks it out, driving hard inside with Smith. He knocks Heathcock down, no whistles blow, and Smith will lay it off the window. 18:40 to play here in the second half. Rams lead it by 8. Brinson looking to drive with the right-hand runner, gets it to fall. 18 and a half minutes. Rams on top by 10, 47-37 in what has so far been a defensive battle. Lampkin working top of the key, now defended by McKinney. He's looking to drive left side, gives back to Smith. Long 2 is good from the far elbow. Tyler Smith with a quick 4 points here in the second half. He's got 6 tonight. McKinney pulled up for a jumper, instead kicks it to the far corner to Causey. Pump fakes, now swings it to Brinson, who looked to drive, kicks it left wing. Now in the left corner, McKinney from 3. Bang! He got it. Skylar McKinney from downtown sinks the shot. And now, in a transition pass, Bryce Causey is going to pick up his 3rd personal foul for Columbia International as he pushed Josh Press out of bounds with the body. Press the inbounds along the far sideline. They get it into Lampkin at the straightaway. Defended by Oates, gives it back right side to Press. Now they try going inside in the paint. Ball's loose on the ground. Somehow it was Collins who came away with it. Now they go inside. Wimberly from under the basket. He tried putting up reversal. It's blocked off the backboard by Heathcock. Now on the other end, Oates takes it into the right corner. Looking to drive, gives it McKinney. Now Causey from the left corner. Count it! Bryce Causey from downtown. 17-20 on the game clock, and Reinhardt will take a full timeout. 53-39 CIU. They're on a 6-0 run, and they've sank each of their last 4 shots. We'll be back as a scurry of substitutions set to come into the floor for Reinhardt when we come back on the CIU Sports Network.
17-19 to play here in Columbia. Rams on top of the Reinhardt Eagles, 53-39. Columbia International sinking each of their last 4 shots. Coming out of the Reinhardt timeout, they're on a 6-0 run. Heathcock, Causey, McKinney, Brinson, and Oates back on the floor for CIU. No substitution changes there. Meanwhile, well, Reinhardt nearly cleared the board. Thomas, Kirkland, Street, and Syfor all fresh off the bench. The lone remaining member of the starting 5 from the second half is Collins. Top of the key, straightaway 3, Street from 3, too strong, but an illegal screen on Kirkland will take it the other way. Marcus Kirkland, his first personal here tonight. 17-11 to play here in the first half. Make that in the ball game here in the second half. Brinson the inbounds. Rams on top by 14 points. Looking to get it in. He does to Causey. Gives back to Brinson. Brinson working up midcourt. Will cross the timeline. Defended by Syfor. Gives it right side in the hands of Oates just outside the right wing. Top straightaway is Causey. Down to the hands of McKinney. Step back jumper along the baseline. Tried arching it off the glass. He left it short. Syfor in transition. Goes inside to Kirkland. Now back to Syfor. The left hand too strong. Heathcock went for the board. No whistles were blown. I feel like they should have been. Heathcock really nearly got trampled on inside. But it's poked away last touched by DeAnthony. As Reinhardt will retain possession underneath their own basket. 20 to shoot. Syfor the inbound. Gets it in to Collins. He'll throw up a jumper. It'll fall and will draw the foul on Darian Oates. A chance for an and one play for Reinhardt. Darian Oates going to be picking up what is now his second personal. Third team foul for CIU with 16:43 to play. 53-41. Columbia International leads it by 12. Meanwhile, Collins looking to complete the and one play, trying to cut that deficit. An 82% shooter from the charity stripe this season will sink the and one. 11-point game here inside the Moore Fitness Center. Columbia International leads 53-42. Brinson will bring it up the floor. Dribbles left side on Syfor. Standing at the straightaway, takes it back left wing, gives it to McKinney at the top of the key. Now handoff play to Causey along the right side, works it back on the swing pass to Oates. Oates looking to drive. Poked away, stolen by Reinhardt. In transition is Collins. Stop at the elbow, still driving on Brinson. Turnaround shot, up and good for Christian Collins, the senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia. 16 minutes left, and Reinhardt is battling back in it. Down by just 9 points. Brinson pulls up from the left elbow. His shot won't fall. Heathcock, the board, the putback deflected. Loose ball, still on the ground. Now out of bounds. Who touched it last? It's Columbia International basketball. Last touch by Reinhardt. Little late call from the referee. Seemed like he had to think about it and phone a friend. 15:56 to play. Here in the ball game, they're going to put 14 seconds on the Rams shot clock. Christian Howard and Jalen Jeter into the ball game as Heathcock will step aside, as well as Oates. He goes top of the key. McKinney looking to drive, runs into a defender, and it's a charge on Skylar McKinney as Syfor hit the deck. McKinney picks up his second personal. The Rams definitely don't want to see a lot of their key contributors get in foul trouble here early in the second half if this game continues to be close as it is. Just 9 points separate CIU from Reinhardt. Meanwhile, you've got Causey with 3, and both Darian Oates and Skylar McKinney with 2 fouls apiece. Top of the key, Kirkland, defended by Howard. Kirkland looking to dribble left hand for Reinhardt, up off the glass. Marcus Kirkland cuts the deficit to 7 for Reinhardt, and Columbia International is on the opposite end of a 7-0 run. Brinson up the left side, gives back to McKinney, top of the key, now into the hands of Jeter, who's got 12. As Jeter was in transition to the baseline. A blocking foul on Kirkland, as Marcus Kirkland is going to pick up his second personal. 15-16 to play here in the second half. Columbia International on top, 53-46. Calls the inbounds, gets it into Brinson along the right side. Brinson, handoff play to Jeter. Jeter still working right side, kicks in the corner to Brinson. Now top of the key, McKinney. Left wing three, Causey. Pump fake, step in long two, off the mark. Brought down by Collins. Syfor up the front court right side, gives to Street, just outside the three-point arc. Now to Collins, right wing three, off the back iron. McKinney will snag the board. Brinson up to Jeter across the timeline. To Causey in the right corner, back to Jeter. They've got McKinney wide open from three, left corner, left it short. Thomas will climb the ladder for the rebound. 14.5 to play here inside the Moore Fitness Center. Collins up top to Syfor. He stands at the center court logo. 53-46, CIU on top of Reinhardt. Syfor over to Kirkland at the top of the key. Hand off to Street. And now a whistle's blow with Bryce Causey. Gonna pick up the foul. That's his fourth personal. And Devin Pope gonna have to come on the floor. Kirkland might have caught some contact, but I think by the way he sold it, it was an academy-worthy performance. Causey has to head to the bench with 4 fouls. Devin Pope into the mix. Meanwhile, McKinney will simply check out as you've got Thomas Woods on the floor. Syfor over to Street. From the left elbow, Syfor, jump shot, up and good. Keyshawn Street, 14:06 to play. Columbia International up 53-48 on the bad end of a 9-0 run by Reinhardt. Jeter, left wing three, too strong. Two Eagles went for the board. It's Syfor who brings it down. Syfor across the timeline, looking to drive on Jalen Brinson. Pull-up jumper in transition. The Tyrone Syfor. Timeout, Columbia International. Reinhardt's fired up on an 11-0 run of the Eagles. They trail by just 3 to CIU. 13:38 to play. We've got a ball game in Columbia. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center. 13:38 to play here tonight in Columbia. And CIU still holds the lead, 53-50 on Reinhardt. Meanwhile, the Reinhardt Eagles have been the hot hand as of late. An 11-0 run the last 3 minutes. Columbia International missing each of their last 6 shots from the field. It's Brinson, Jeter, Pope, Woods, and Howard out of the timeout for Columbia International. Meanwhile, Lampkin checks back in for Reinhardt. He's joined by Thomas, Street, Syfor, and Kirkland on the floor. Inbounds goes to Jeter. Gives back to Brinson. Jalen Brinson, the sophomore point guard, works up the floor. The junior from Orlando kicks it right side. Back top of the key. And Jeter. Now to the hands of Pope. Straightaway three. Bang! Devin Pope knocking it down. The freshman puts the first bucket in for CIU in nearly 4 minutes. Lead back to 6. Street right side goes down to Kirkland on the low post. Kirkland, spin move in the paint on Howard. He stops short and double teamed. Running out of time, he gives it back top of the key in the front court to Street. Defended by Pope, kicks it right wing three from Syfor. Off the mark. Kirkland going to snag the offensive board. And as he went to bring down the board, he's fouled by Howard. Put up a shot, it was good. It won't count. Christian Howard, the guilty party, picking up his first personal foul. He, along with Jalen Brinson, check out. Oates and Heathcock back on the floor for CIU. The lead is 6 for Columbia International. Inbounds underneath their own basket. Ball's loose, trailing into the backcourt. Syfor comes away with it, stolen by Jeter. Puts up a shot off the glass. He'll draw the foul. Shot was no good, but Jalen Jeter, the heads-up defensive play, and able to draw the foul. on Jamison Syfor, his first personal here tonight. We'll make that his third personal, excuse me. Jeter, one of the most electric freshmen in the AAC, could garner potential Freshman of the Year honors in the conference. We'll see how the season goes. First free throw is up and good. Grew up right here in Columbia, attending Ridgeview High School. He leads the Rams with 13 points tonight in just 15 minutes of action. Tafari Thomas headed to the bench. Meanwhile, on the other end for Reinhardt, Collins steps back onto the floor. Jeter's second free throw, rattling out. His first miss from the line tonight. 57-50, Columbia International on top with under 13 to play. Syfor looking to drive left side, picks up his dribble, defended by Woods. Kicks it back top of the key, Collins now gives it left wing in the hands of Lampkin. Lampkin looking to drive it. Senior on freshman. He's defended by Jeter. The shot was left short from the paint. Loose ball. Heathcock will corral the board. Now his 14th rebound of the night. On the other end, Jeter from the left wing brings it back top of the key. Now kicks it to Oates into the corner to Pope, who looked at the three, nearly lost his dribble. Has to pick it back up. Swings to Woods. Now over to Jeter. Left wing three. Rattling out. Collins will snag it. 12-12 to play here tonight in Columbia. Rams on top by 7. Collins top of the key. Dribbling left hand, kicks it left side to Kirkland, just outside the left arc. Defended by Heathcock. Kirkland driving right hand, gets to the low post. Blocked by Woods. We're going to see a foul down there. According to the referee, I saw all ball. He saw differently. Thomas Woods going to be whistled for the personal. As Kirkland will head to the line for 2. Thomas Woods picking up his first personal foul. Marcus Kirkland stepping to the line. Kirkland 1 for 2 from the charity stripe here tonight. First shot up and good. A senior from Philly. Goes 2 for 2 at the charity stripe. Substitution in the mix for Reinhardt. First time here tonight, we're going to see the sophomore from Sparks, Georgia, and Corey Fulton, with Syfor headed to the bench. Inbounds to Jeter. And Jalen will keep it himself to bring it up the floor. Under 12 to play here tonight. Rams on top by 5, 57-52. Woods top of the key to Pope. At the straightaway, working Heathcock screen. Step back three, count it! Devin Pope puts the Rams back up by 8 with 11:38 to play. Lampkin, top of the key into Collins. Drives left hand, blocked by Woods out of bounds. Thomas Woods, the nice offensive stand, stopping Collins. Out of bounds, it's Reinhardt basketball, 11:32 to play. Lampkin the trigger, gets it into Kirkland, driving left baseline on Heathcock. His shot will rattle out. Kirkland the offensive rebound, puts up a shot, will rim out once again. DeAnthony Heathcock corrals what is now his 15th rebound tonight. 60-52, CIU on top. Jeter inside to Heathcock from the low post. DeAnthony left it short. Another board. Putback is there for the big man. DeAnthony Heathcock with 12 points tonight. You can call it 16 rebounds. Lampkin working across the timeline with Reinhardt down by 10. He takes it to the right wing, defended by Oates. Goes inside to Collins, who is left open down low off of a off-ball screen. Christian Collins now with 15 points. Left side, Oates goes back top of the key. Woods into the hands of Pope along the right wing. Working a screen from Heathcock, kicks in the corner. Woods from downtown, too strong. Over the backside, Kirkland will grab the board. In transition, Marcus Kirkland looking to go coast to coast, deflected by Woods, but he came back in from out of bounds to go grab his own rebound. He was the first person to touch it, which is a turnover. Therefore, it's Rams basketball. Lampkin and Kirkland both check out for Reinhardt, as does Heathcock, Woods, and Jeter for CIU. You've got McKinney, Howard, and Brinson back on the floor for CIU. Meanwhile, Street, Syfor, and Tyler Smith is in the mix for Reinhardt. Brinson across the timeline. 10:20 to play here in the ball game. Rams on top, 62-54. McKinney top of the key, now brings it right side, kicks it back to the straightaway to Oates, who now takes it left. Outside the left arc, goes cross court. McKinney, right wing three, too strong. Howard, as he went up for the rebound, will draw the foul. And the referee initially motioned as an offensive foul on Howard. He'll now change his mind as Corey Fulton, fresh off the bench, is going to pick up his first personal foul for Reinhardt, now the 4th team foul for the Eagles. Inbounds with 18 to shoot, has Brinson along the left side, gives over to Oates. Just outside the left arc, kicks it top of the key of the straightaway in the hands of McKinney. Gives it back Oates along the left side. They go back top of the key. Pope looked at the three. Now driving left hand. Up and good off the glass for Devin Pope. The freshman from Grovetown, Georgia, now with 6. Rams lead it 64-54. Pull up three, left side, Syfor. Rattling out. Howard will clear the board. Devin Pope outside the left wing. Going to be whistled for the carry. Turnover for Columbia International. They have just 8 tonight compared to Reinhardt's 13. A 10-point lead for CIU. 64-54, Rams on top. Street across the timeline for Reinhardt. Fended by Pope. Gives over to Smith. Just outside the three-point arc at the top of the key. Defended by Howard. He looks to drive with 15 to shoot. Shot up, no good from the low post. Howard the board. Went to pass out to Brinson. Little miscommunication. Ball's loose. Howard somehow came away with it. And now it's Brinson who will bring it up the floor. 9 minutes left here tonight. Brinson just across midcourt. Penetrates the paint, puts up a shot. Up and good. And one from the elbow for Jalen Brinson. An and one opportunity on a jump shot for the junior. As we see Christian Collins going to be picking up just his first personal foul tonight. It's the 5th team foul for Reinhardt, with Street and Fulton stepping aside. Press and Wimberly return to action for Reinhardt. Brinson at the line with 8 points tonight, looking to extend the CIU lead to 13, just under 9 minutes to play here in the second half. Brinson 2 for 2 at the line here tonight. On the season, just a 40% shooter. And his and one shot is up and good. Jalen Brinson completes the three-point play. It's 67-54 CIU. Syfor across the right side, brings it back top of the key. He goes a cut man to Wimberly. Poked out of bounds. Last touch by Howard in CIU. Tried pointing the other way, but it was obvious to me up here. I hope the referee would have seen the same from well down there, and indeed he did. Syfor, the trigger man, underneath his own basket. Goes in to Wimberly at the elbow, kicks it back top of the key. Collins, pull-up jumper, just outside 10 feet, too strong. Brinson will climb the ladder for the rebound. 8.5 minutes to play. The Rams bring it up midcourt to Pope along the right side, leading by 13 points. Pope, crossover dribble, just outside the arc. Step back three, off the mark. Josh Press will clear it. Syfor, left side, defended by Pope. Looking to drive baseline, he stopped there. Kicks it back left side to Smith, backhand off to Syfor. Swings it top of the key, now onto the right side is Wimberly. Wimberly looking to drive into the low post, shot up, off the mark, but it'll be Darian Oates whistled for the foul. Darian Oates now picking up a costly third foul for CIU as they have a few key contributors in foul trouble. You've got Oates with 3, you've got McKinney with 2, and Bryce Causey with 3 as well. Make that 4 for Causey. And speaking of Causey, he's back into the ball game as Wimberly sinks his first free throw. He's got 3 points tonight. Jeter also back into the mix as Oates will check out of the ball game. Wimberly, second free throw, up and good, just the same. 8 minutes left to play here tonight in Columbia. Rams lead at 67-56. Inbounds to Jeter. He'll give back to Brinson. Brinson working up the floor on Syfor. Just outside the midcourt logo, he crosses the timeline, kicks it left wing to Causey. They swing it right side into the hands of Jeter. Taking it to the top of the key is Jalen, now right side in the hands of Brinson. 14 to shoot for the Rams, driving, cross pass, cut off, now able to be recovered by Jeter. Into the left wing for Brinson. 6 to shoot for CIU. Jalen, pull-up jumper off the mark. Syfor went for the rebound. Howard made it difficult for him, and unfortunately, Christian Howard's going to draw the foul as well. 7.5 to play. Christian Howard going to be picking up his first personal foul. Excuse me, second personal. Few substitutions across the board. DeAnthony Heathcock and Darian Oates back out there as Brinson and Howard step aside for CIU. Jamison Syfor at the line, the junior from Elberton, Georgia, donning the 0-0. His 1-and-1 shot is up and good. Syfor with 3 points tonight. A 10-point ball game. Second shot, too strong off the back iron. Loose rebound, corralled offensively by Press. Syfor driving left hand, shot no good. And now a offensive foul on the interior as McKinney went for the rebound. Wimberly going to be the guilty party, picking up his third personal here tonight. 67-57 our score, with that being the 6th team foul for Reinhardt. One shy of the bonus. It'll be an inbounds for CIU. Good crowd here tonight inside the Moore Fitness Center. See both the women's basketball team as well as the baseball team here tonight, along with a few members of the volleyball team before they head to the national tournament for the NCCAA out to Oregon. Oates working up the floor, defended by Tafari Thomas. He crossed the timeline, dumps off to McKinney just outside the right arc, gives over to Jeter. Jeter working right wing, gives back to McKinney near the corner. McKinney penetrates left hand. His shot blocked inside the paint. Press on the other end, passes up the floor to Weberly. Weberly looking to drive, tripped up by Causey. Ball still in play, out of bounds, last touched by the Eagles. It's Rams basketball with under 7 to play. A 10-point lead for CIU. Oates the inbounds. 6:57 on the game clock, 67-57 on the scoreboard. Oates will get it into Jeter. You've got Jeter, Causey, Oates, Heathcock, and McKinney on the floor for CIU. The freshman Jeter takes it left side. Handoff play to McKinney. Now back at the straightaway is Darian Oates. Oates driving left hand in the paint, putting a shot up. It'll be a jump ball as Collins got a hand on it inside the interior. Possession arrow points the way of CIU, and it'll stay Rams basketball. 6:43 to play. Columbia International on top by 10. McKinney gets into the left corner to Causey, and now take it to the top of the key to Jeter. Right side is Oates working a Heathcock screen. They go over the top to Heathcock, and the pass from Skylar McKinney. A little bit too strong for the big man, sailing out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for CIU. Reinhardt has not sank a shot in the last 4.5 minutes. They're just 1 for their last 12 from the field. Press, top of the key, defended by McKinney. Gives back to Collins just outside the left arc. Collins, a waist-high dribble left side, back in the hands of Kirkland. Kirkland over to Press, who would drive left hand on the lane. Shot up, no good. A late whistle on the opposite end. Skylar McKinney going to be the guilty party, picking up his third personal foul. Josh Press headed to the line, the senior from McDonough, Georgia, shooting 33% this season through 5 games. Yet to take a shot tonight. His first one of the evening, well off the mark. Did not even catch the rim. Hit the left side of the backboard. McKinney and Causey head to the bench with Pope and Woods back on the floor for CIU. Press hoping to have better success with his second shot. It's up and will rattle off the left side as well. 0 for 2 at the line for Josh Press. Jeter working left side of the floor. Rams lead it by 10. Jalen Jeter along the right elbow. Pull-up jumper, count it. Jalen Jeter with a team-high 15 points to lead the Rams on the other end. As Kirkland put up a shot, he's fouled from behind by Jeter. That'll put Kirkland at the line for 2. A quick full court pass from Wimberly to Kirkland along the low post, and Jeter just came flying in, went for the block, but the pump fake caught him in the air, and quickly drawing contact was Marcus Kirkland, the senior from Philly. 3 of 4 at the line tonight. His first shot on this trip. Too strong off the back iron. Kirkland's second free throw is good. Tyrone Syfor checking back into the ball game as Jalen Wimberly will step aside for Reinhardt. 5:52 to play. Columbia International leads it 69-58. Oates the inbounds, gets it in to Jalen Jeter, who will work up the left side. Jeter takes it back cross court, now to the right arc. He comes across the timeline. Oates, top of the key, looking to drive on Thomas. Keeps along the perimeter. Pope now to Jeter, into the hands of Thomas Woods. Woods pull-up jumper, right elbow, off the mark. Heathcock came flying in for the board, but it's Kirkland who will corral it. Kirkland looking to go coast to coast, driving on Woods. That should be an on-offensive foul, and indeed it is. He dug that shoulder almost like a football-style tackle to knock down Woods inside the paint, and the referee saw the same as Marcus Kirkland will pick up his third personal foul. Josh Press checking out of the ball game with Keyshawn Street in for Reinhardt. Meanwhile as well, Darian Oates headed to the bench for Jalen Brinson and CIU. Whistles blow quickly. Referee asking for a towel to wipe off the basketball. It's 5:26 to play here tonight inside the Moore Fitness Center. CIU on top here at home, 69-58. Meanwhile, Reinhardt has not sank a field goal in over 5 minutes, just one for their last 12. A bulk of their points lately has come from the charity stripe. Jeter, pass off to Brinson, who brings it across the timeline. Brinson stops short, keeps it along the perimeter, into the hands of Jeter now along the left arc. Jeter, top of the key to Pope, 15 to shoot. Into the hands of Woods, handoff play to Brinson, dribbling left hand. Heathcock straight away, 3, too short. Street will snatch the board. Under 5 to play, Rams on top by 11. Tyrone Syfor along the right wing, gives back to Fari Thomas. Driving left hand, defended by Woods. Shot up, rattling out. Thomas Woods will pick up the foul. Woods now with 2 personals, not in too big of trouble. Rams' 10th team foul. 4:52 left. Fari Thomas heads to the line. A senior from Odom, Georgia, transferred from South Georgia State. 50% shooter at the line through 5 games this season. First shot here this evening will rattle off the back iron. Columbia International leading by 11. Thomas looking to cut the deficit down to 10. Second free throw left short. Rebound offensively by Collins. His putback is off the front rim as well, as DeAnthony Heathcock will corral his 18th rebound of the night. 4:43 to play. Timeout, Columbia International in the front court. CIU on top, 69-58 on Reinhardt. 30-second timeout. We'll be back quickly. Here inside the Moore Fitness Center, CIU leading by 11 on the CIU Sports Network. Back inside the Moore Fitness Center, 4:41 to play. Columbia International leading Reinhardt 69-58, fresh out of the CIU timeout. Reinhardt is getting it done at the free throw line as a team, shooting 60%. Meanwhile, on the field, they have not sank a shot in over 6 minutes, just one for the last 13. Out of the CIU timeout, they have the inbounds on their end of the floor. Brinson at the straightaway with 18 to shoot. kicks it top of the key. Woods now left wing to Devin Pope. Works a Heathcock screen. Pope stands along the left arc. Back to the straightaway and Jeter. Pull up, no, kicks in the corner to Brinson. 8 to shoot. Woods at the straightaway. Looking to drive right hand. Euro step to the low post. Shot off the mark. Loose rebound. Corralled by Collins and Reinhardt. In transition. Street. Stopped along the perimeter. Kicks it left side. Syfor. Pump fake over to Kirkland along the low post. And he'll throw a shot up and off the glass. Marcus Kirkland, an easy 2 points. Brings his season, or make that game total now to 11. 69-60, CIU leading with under 4 minutes left. Jeter, at the top of the key. Kicks it left side, Pope. Long three from downtown. Devin Pope needs a passport on that three-pointer from deep. He pushes the lead to 12 points for CIU. Now left side, Collins looking to respond. Shot too strong. Loose ball, still saved by Thomas. Back in the hands of Collins. He looked to drive. A late whistle on the shot. That puts Collins at the line for two. Devin Pope picking up his first personal here tonight. Collins at the line, 1 for 1 here tonight as he has a game-high 17 points. 12-point deficit for Reinhardt. First shot, up and good. 72-61 Columbia International. Skylar McKinney checking back into the ball game for CIU as we see Thomas Woods hit the bench. Collins, second free throw rattled out, 1 for 2 on the trip. It's an 11-point ball game here in Columbia. CIU on top, 72-61. Brinson working up the floor. Across the timeline he comes, 7-18. Make that 3-16 to play here in the second half. Jeter, top of the key, Brinson. Left wing in the hands of McKinney. Brinson at the straightaway, looking to drive left hand, gives it back to McKinney along the left arc. McKinney looking to penetrate, gives back Brinson. Now kicks it right corner three. Jalen Jeter, shot off the mark, trying to beat the shot clock. It's rebounded by Syfor, and the Eagles are in transition. They go down low to Kirkland, defended by Heathcock. Brings it back out for a long jumper, instead holds his shot and gives to Collins. A three from just beyond the arc. Timeout taken by Reinhardt, 72-64. Columbia National still on top, but Reinhardt starting to get back in the mix. We've got an 8-point game here in Columbia. When we come back on the CIU Sports Network, 2:43 to play. We're back in Columbia, 2:43 to play here tonight inside the Moore Fitness Center. CIU still holding strong to a 72-64 lead on Reinhardt. We're in an Eagles timeout after Christian Collins sank a three-pointer. Justin Newton used the timeout as his team has drawn within 8 of the Rams. It is CIU basketball on the opposite end of the floor. Fresh out of the timeout, it's going to be Brinson, Pope, McKinney, Oates, and Heathcock out on the floor. Anthony Heathcock with 12 points and 19 rebounds tonight, including 9 on the offensive glass. Brinson to inbound. Gives it to Pope, the freshman from Grovetown, Georgia, looking to work up the floor. Gives back to Brinson to bring it across the timeline. 2.5 left. Rams lead it by 8. Brinson, the center court logo, takes it right wing. Looking to take it back the straightaway, instead goes inside Heathcock. Too strong off the glass for DeAnthony. Stefari Thomas will snag the board. On the other end, forward pass to Collins. Tried throwing up a layup, will draw the foul instead from Skylar McKinney. And Christian Collins going to head to the line for 2. McKinney picking up his 4th personal foul. The Rams' 11th team foul. From here on out, regardless of where it is on the floor, Reinhardt will be shooting 2 free throws. Collins, first shot up and good. Now 3 of 4. And the charity stripe tonight is Christian Collins. 22 points, going for 23. Second free throw just as good as the first. 6-point game, 72-66 CIU. Inbounds to Darian Oates. Reinhardt on a 6-0 run. CIU looking to snap their own offensive skid. Haven't scored in over a minute and a half. Back top of the key to Brinson. They take it right side. Darian Oates. He works a Heathcock screen, looking to penetrate with the left hand. Brings it back to the perimeter. Now Pope along the straightaway. Driving. Right hand, the runner is pulled away from him. He'll draw the foul as he hits the deck hard with Keyshawn Street. The guilty party picking up his first personal foul. A minute 59 to play here in the second half. Rams on top by 6, 72-66. They've shot 71% from the line tonight as a team, 10 of 14. This is Pope's first trip to the charity stripe. Devin Pope, freshman from Grovetown, Georgia. With a career high for him, 11, make it 12. He'll sink the first free throw. Pope looking to extend the lead, and indeed he does. Knocking down both free throws. Devin Pope extends his career high to 13 points. Rams lead it by 8. A backdoor pass from Street, deflected out of bounds by Devin Pope. It'll be Reinhardt basketball with a minute 51 to play. This one far from over. Street the trigger. Dumps in to Kirkland, back to Street in the low left corner. Pull up, three-point shot, rattling out. Jalen Jeter will snag the board. Brinson back to Jeter. They work at the timeline. In the corner, back left corner to Jeter. Three-pointer off the mark from the left wing. And now a transition pass from Thomas is stolen by Pope. He pulls up for a jumper. That's off the mark. And rebound is poked out of bounds by Reinhardt. A minute 26 to play. Columbia International leading 74-66 on CIU. Make that CIU leading 74-66 on Reinhardt. McKinney set to inbounds along the Rams own baseline. 20 to shoot. They get it into Jeter. The Rams looking to eat clock, leading by 8. Jeter to McKinney. Now over to Pope. Works off a Heathcock screen. Pope looking to drive. Pull up jumper. Count it. Devin Pope extends his career high to 15. Siphone. Across the timeline at the straightaway. Kicks it right side back in the hands of Syfor. Along the right wing. He comes inside to Kirkland. And as he spun inside, he's whistled for the travel. And we're going to see Reinhardt take a timeout. 54 seconds remain here tonight. Columbia International leads it by 10 on CIU. Be back in 30. We return inside the Moore Fitness Center with Columbia International on top by 10. Be back on the CIU Sports Network. .54 seconds away from the first conference win of the season for CIU as they lead 76-66 on Reinhardt. Fresh out of the Eagles timeout, it'll be CIU basketball. Leading the way tonight for Columbia International has been the freshman Devin Pope, along with another freshman and Jalen Jeter, each with 15 points tonight for Pope. That is a career high. For Jeter, that matches his career high set earlier this season at Voorhees. Brinson to inbounds. It's Brinson, McKinney, Jeter, Heathcock, and Pope on the floor. to Jeter, back to Brinson. 51 seconds left, immediate foul from Jamison Syfor. Stops the clock at 49 seconds. Puts Jalen Brinson at the line for a 1-and-1. Brinson, 9 points here tonight, including 3 of 3 from the line. Can push the lead to 11 with 1 basket. 12 if he's able to sink both. Heathcock and McKinney in there to rebound if necessary. Brinson's 1-and-1 free throw is good. Columbia International, a team that coming into tonight was shooting just 59% from the line this season, has quickly turned it around and gone 13 of 17, now 14 of 18 as Brinson sinks it for 77% tonight. Jafari Thomas, top of the key to Street. Loose ball nearly stolen by Pope. Pull up 3 for Keyshawn Street. Left it short. Syfor the rebound. Put up 3-point shot. Bang for Tyrone Syfor. 78-69. Timeout Reinhardt with 36.5 seconds left. We'll keep it here with a 30-second timeout on the floor. 78-69. Columbia International leading by 9 points with 36 seconds remaining. Looking ahead on each schedule, Reinhardt will be hitting the road this Saturday as they travel to Dayton, Tennessee and take on Bryan College, a 4 o'clock tip. Meanwhile, Columbia International will keep it here at home this Saturday with a 4 o'clock tip against Montreat College as they continue their AAC slate. For CIU, we can bring you that coverage this Saturday on the CIU Sports Network at 4. Women's game will come before at 2 o'clock. Out of the timeout, 36 seconds left. Columbia International leading 78-69. Brinson to inbounds on the opposite end of the floor. He, along with McKinney, Jeter, Pope, and Heathcock, fill it up for CIU. Brinson gets it in. Now he works up the floor and will be fouled by Jamison Syfor. Syfor picking up his 4th personal. And now Collins is going to be whistled for a delay of game, according to the referee, as he shot the basketball on the other end while the referee is signaling to the scorer's table. Brinson at the line for 2. Now that's the 10th team foul of the night for Reinhardt. Brinson's first free throw on this trip rattles out. His first miss from the line tonight had been 5 for 5. 9-point ball game. CIU on top. 33 seconds left. Brinson sinks the second free throw. Now a 10-point lead for the Rams. Collins up the floor. Street from 3. Off the mark. He'll draw the foul from Devin Pope and get 3 shots at the line. Rams head coach Tony Stoutman just putting his face in his palm to exclude the frustration on his face. The freshman Pope just making a mistake, getting too close of contact to try to defend a 3 when leading by 10 under 30 seconds left. Instead, that puts Keyshawn Street at the line. Leads this team shooting 85% from the line. First free throw here tonight is up and good. Street now 2 for 2. Remember, he's got 3 shots. He was fouled beyond the arc. And Street leaves the 3rd shot short. Heathcock went for the board and was fouled by Collins. .27 seconds left. On the other end, DeAnthony Heathcock going to be headed to the line. 79-71 our score. Rams will keep all other players back beyond the half-court line. Heathcock, the lone man inside the arc. 2 for 3 from the stripe here tonight. First shot up and good for DeAnthony. A career-high 20 rebounds tonight for Heathcock. Second free throw, rattling out. He's got 13 points. 25 seconds left. Rams on top by 9. Kirkland kicks in the corner for Street. Fakes out his defender. Throws up with the rebound. Off the mark. Pope will snag the board. He's fouled. Trying to find a teammate. It's Collins. He's going to pick up the foul. That's now his third personal, though it doesn't matter much. 15 seconds left. Columbia International leading 80-71. On the other end, Devin Pope heads to the line. The freshman has had a night to remember off the bench. 15 points in just 19 minutes for Devin Pope. Grovetown, Georgia native, product of Cross Creek High School. A new career high for him in the Rams uniform. New Rams uniform here tonight as well. The blue unis with the gold script, numerals on the front and back, center Rams logo on the center chest. Pope's first free throw off the mark. Second shot will rattle out as well. In transition, Pope going to be whistled for the foul as Collins threw up a nearly full court shot. It'll rattle out. Wouldn't have counted much anyway. Both teams in the double bonus. Collins heads to the line for 2. 12 seconds left. Reinhardt down by 9. Collins can cut it to 7. First free throw from him is up and good. Christian Collins, a senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, was coming off a 21-point performance against Bluefield here tonight. Second free throw will rattle in for his 25th point of the evening. He leads all scorers. Brinson the inbounds with 12 seconds left. Into McKinney. Back up the floor to Brinson, but a quick foul on McKinney by Collins. 10 seconds left. McKinney headed to the line. A 7-point differential. Columbia International leading 80-73. Make sure you stick around here after the ball game. We'll sit down with Rams head coach Tony Stoutman to recap this win. Also, we'll speak with the two Rams who have had career nights. And DeAnthony Heathcock with 13 points and a career-high 20 rebounds as McKinney's first free throw rattle out. Also, we'll speak to the freshman Devin Pope, who will finish with 15. McKinney sinks the second free throw. Now 81-73 our score. Collins across the floor, across the timeline. Deep shot from three-point range off the mark. Kirkland went for the board, bounced off his own foot, out of bounds. 2 seconds left, and, well, we're nearly at the point to where that's all she wrote. Brinson just to get this inbounds pass in. With the win, Columbia International improves to 3-3 on the regular season and 1-3 in conference play. Meanwhile, Reinhardt falls to 2-4 on the regular season and 2-2 in the AAC. Their final score here tonight, Columbia International takes down Reinhardt 81-73. Leading the way for CIU, indeed, was two freshmen, and Devin Pope and Jalen Jeter, both finishing with 15 points. For Pope, that's a new career high. For Jeter, that ties his career high set earlier this season at Voorhees. But you cannot dismiss the incredible defensive performance of DeAnthony Heathcock. 13 points, not to mention 21 rebounds for the big man out of Cartersville, Georgia. 9 on the offensive glass, 12 defensively for Heathcock. That's a new career-high single-season rebounding total for Heathcock. Looking ahead on the schedules, Columbia International back here at home on Saturday, a 4 o'clock tip as they play host to Mine Street College. You can catch that action here on the CIU Sports Network. Meanwhile, Reinhardt now 2-4 in the regular season and 2-2 in AAC play. Hit the road to Dayton, Tennessee on Saturday as they will meet Bryan College for a 4 o'clock tip. We'll pause briefly and come back to continue our post-game coverage as we'll speak with Rams head coach Tony Stoutman following his team's 81-73 win over Reinhardt. Back in moments right here on the CIU Sports Network.
Yeah, Saturday. They go, our men go there.
I literally have no idea. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Reinhardt. Like, but here,
You play them twice? Or you play them
we only play them once.
Okay, so that's why.
We play Reinhardt once, and we play Point once.
That's why you're not. I would say, yeah, twice.
It was at a culture fest. When it was down there, we were all done from Ryan. I went back and watched the game, and I'm like, oh my gosh.